Well, I'm sitting out in my yard contemplating a decision that I made a few days ago, and the decision is to do the 75 hard. And from everything I've read about it, it's pretty darn hard. Hi, this is Kathleen Gage with Power Up for Profits and Plant-Based Eating for Health. I'm out in my yard right now, and I'm seriously contemplating the decision that I not only made, but I made a public announcement about it. Well, public to my private group. It's in a Facebook group. It's Plant-Based Eating for Health. And I also started a Facebook group for anybody, regardless of how you eat. You want to be a part of the 75 Hard Challenge that I'm starting actually tomorrow, September 8th, 2020. And as I've been listening to a lot of people who have actually been doing the hard challenge, either they completely have gotten through it or they're halfway through it, one of the things that I realize is a lot of those people are actually kind of young. And as a 66-year-old woman who is, I've actually passed that 66-year mark, I'm thinking there's not a lot of people in their 60s and 70s that are doing the hard challenge as far as I can see. Two criteria for me, two distinctions I should say for me, are one, that I'm a plant-based eater, whole food plant-based, and I'm 66 years old, which is really exciting because it got me to thinking that if you want to participate in the 75 Hard Challenge, you don't have to kill yourself in this, literally kill yourself by trying to keep up with 20 and 30 and 40-year-olds. Do it at your own pace, but realize this is a mental toughness challenge more than it is a physical challenge, even though there are a lot of physical aspects. Let me go through the 5 criteria for before the phase 1, 2, and 3 of the 75 Hard Challenge. In 75 Hard, what you do is you commit to a 75-day period of doing 5 things every day, no matter what. And if you fail, you go back to day 1. Now, the first thing is you agree to drink 100 ounces of water. 1 gallon of water, not 100 ounces, 1 gallon of water. And that may not sound like a lot, but that's a lot. I actually went out yesterday and bought myself a half-gallon jug, and I'm going to be drinking 2 of those a day. I've been practicing today, and I got to tell you, I realize I don't drink as much water as I thought I did. And so this is going to really up my game with clearing out the toxins in my body, clearing out anything that I don't need. And you actually lose weight when you drink water if you do it the right way. So I'll be pacing myself every single day to drink probably about 10 ounces at least 10 ounces every hour. So that will assure that I do get through the gallon of water. The next thing is you pick a diet that is good for you. And it's not necessarily a diet in the traditional sense of a diet. Like for me, I'm doing whole food plant-based. But there's a couple of things that I noticed that I actually have been kind of fudging on, and this is going to hold me to task. One is I've been doing a little bit of added salt, and some people would say, oh, that's no big deal. Well, for me, it's a big deal because as I get older, that's about heart health. It's about joint pain. It's about the things that happen as we get older. And I don't want to age like a lot of people I see my age aging. I want to age with kind of a lot of resistance, but a lot of grace. So you drink a gallon of water, you adhere to a diet of your choice. Some people are doing keto, some people are doing low carb. I know for me, the healthiest diet is a plant-based diet. It's also the most compassionate diet because you're not eating dairy and you're not eating any kind of animal products. And if you do any research on that, you'll find that eating animal products is actually kind of cruel. I would invite you to do some research on that. The next thing that you agree to do is you agree to exercise twice daily for 45 minutes. Now, you can't do back-to-back workouts. You have to split them up. And I don't know how long the period is of splitting it up, but that one started getting me a little anxious, even though every day I do exercise for at least 45 minutes because I go on a run, and I do that usually first thing in the morning. One of your exercise routines has to be outside. That's a big part of this, which I think right now is a great idea because a lot of people are still in isolation. A lot of people are still fearful of the pandemic. And quite seriously, if you eat healthy and you exercise, you drink fluids, you're minimizing your risk for complications during the COVID. So 2 exercise routines. One for me is going to be my running every day. And I was thinking, wow, I could add in bicycling in the afternoon. I haven't yet gone back to the gym, but I can turn on a YouTube video and I can do a nice exercise routine. The next thing is to read 10 pages from a physical nonfiction book. That's really key. Physical nonfiction book, 10 pages. So with the 10 pages, you actually you get a physical book, and it's a business book, a spiritual book, an inspirational book. So you have the gallon of water, you have the eating protocol, and you decide what it is, and you're the one. Nobody's going to be judging you on this. This is a personal mindset challenge. It's about you really stepping up your own game. The next thing is that you read, or you do 2 exercise protocols. You read 10 pages from a nonfiction physical book. The final thing is you take a picture of yourself, a selfie, every single day. Now, you don't have to post that picture anywhere. It's really for you to gauge your own progress, and you will notice progress. So again, this is a personal challenge. This is not about you competing with people half your age. This is not about you trying to prove anything to the world. This is really about you holding yourself to a higher standard. And Andy Frisella, the gentleman that created this, he tends to be pretty radical and tends to be pretty harsh in the way that he presents the whole idea. But you have to give him credit for the fact that he has accomplished a lot. He's a very successful entrepreneur, real hardcore, and in some ways that can be a turnoff, but in other ways that can be very appealing to people to kind of cut through the garbage, because we set ourselves up to either succeed or fail based on our daily decisions. This is a day at a time program, and you have to plan it out. One of the things that I did is to make sure I had a half-gallon container that I fill up twice, and if I don't finish it by the end of the day, I go back to day 1. I have to make sure that I take a picture of myself every day. I have to make sure that I read 10 pages out of a nonfiction book, which for me, that's not going to be too hard because I already love to read, and I do that every day as part of my morning protocol that I've incorporated into my life because of the likes of Hal Elrod, Lisa Nichols, Tony Robbins. There's the Miracle Morning, that's Hal Elrod. There's the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. I mean, I've incorporated a lot of those. There's Atomic Habits. I'm trying to think of the name of the gentleman who created that. But I've done a lot of work on myself over the years. And this is just allowing me at the age of 66 to bump it up, go up to the next level. So what are you committed to? Go ahead and in the comments below, first of all, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to this channel because I will be putting updates here. And I really encourage you, look at what you're doing in your life and are you living up to your own potential? If not, what are you willing to do to make that happen? This is Kathleen Gage with Plant-Based Eating for Health and Power Up for Profits, encouraging you, if you want to join in, join the 75 Hard group. I will put the link below. It's a Facebook group, and it's not about competition. It's just about that we get to share our progress with other people. Have a great day.